Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Black Flight by Historic Wings. We are flying thanks to my technical difficulties in my end. I'm having a start of it. We were already starting to fly. Uh, well, excuse me, our afternoon patrol with B Flight. I did not draw special orders. I drew a 5, and that's when I realized my little picture in picture wasn't working on the recording. Not that you need to see my bald head anyway, but I don't know. The OCD in me took over and I had to fix that. So let's just I'm sorry guys, I'm paranoid now. The whole my I don't know, I did a test on it, but all of a sudden I'm seeing things not working, and I don't want to waste a whole video, but whatever. All right, we took off. Actually, you know what? I see. I was so caught up on that I forgot to take off. So my guys moved that far on the ground. Yeah, we're off to a good start today. Um, 2d6. Let's see what our takeoff really was. We'll take that back if we had to. 9 successful takeoff. So no harm, no foul. I'm not going to keep kicking myself in the butt. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Actually, by the book, we should actually put them down here. And I want my B flight out. And I don't need the roster out. This way I don't lose too many windows when I'm playing. B flight. Everybody's out, so we're going to find. Now, this is my stronger flight. I didn't overdo any of them. I wanted them all to have some kind of experience. But this is the one that has the most cards. So we're going to find out exactly what we're dealing with at them as we go through this. Okay, so we're going to go to the encounters so that we can finally complete this first turn. And I did forget to do that. Yes, I did. All right, German in over an Allied territory is just going to be a 3 or a 4, so we're going to need 3 dice out there. Nada. And Allied encounters, re-roll them. We got a 9, which is again a nada. Clear this. Oh no! Ugh. I'm going to pause while I set that back up. Alright, reminder to self before I release 1.4 version to move that new mission button to the other side of the camera and stuff if I can. Just somewheres away from something you use all the time. I like having the buttons there for ease, but you know what, I might be able to put just a button on the board here to hit that would make it a little bit safer. I don't know. Alright, hit move. That's the bottom line. Okay. Off to a good start. We're having a rough one. You guys may want to just turn this off. After takeoff, we already moved that. We moved that. No weather to check yet. Yeah, turn duration. We did that. See, I got away from my SOP too. We did encounters. We're on the turn 2. Get it together, Greg. Duration of 6. No weather to progress. No prevailing winds. Area movement. I will move through the airdrome. Gonna roll for an allied encounter. If I can find my dice tray. I saw it down there. I just couldn't grab it. And that's going to be a 10, which is a nada. And we're going to move to Bochef, and that was a 6, if I am not mistaken. I lost my cards too. Yep. So we're going to go up 6 more. I do want to get at least a medium range, medium altitude. So we're up to 10,250 there. All right, and I did move the turn counter. No, I did not. Okay, there's the turn counter. Archie and fire and everything. No, we're going to roll for the end of turn encounters. We already did the error drum encounters in case the turn ended there. And German encounter first. We are over our Allied territory, so it's a 3 or a 4. Nothing. Allied encounter, anything over 16. We got a 16 right there, scouts. And honestly, to see if they're going to join us, I'm just going to roll a d6 rather than set them up to just try to keep this down to a... No, they're not going to join us, so I'm not going to place them. And if I'm streamlining that too much, Thomas, you can yell at me. I'm just trying to keep the video length down a little bit. I'd set them up in one of these C6 hexes, give them an altitude, and then see if they join me. And basically all I did was skip straight to the see if they join me phase. And if they do join me, then I'd figure out how long they join me for. At this point... we can go to turn number 3, duration, and 2. I think I'm going to start heading for my my destination. Up to there, that's 1 and 2. I scattered things on. I don't even know why I used the... movement trail. I end up making a mess of it anyway because I cut corners. Anyway, we went 1, 2. Okay. We are going to go up altitude 2 because I still want to get some altitude. And that's 11,750. Turn to 4. Encounters. German. We are over Allied territory. So again, like a 3 or 4. No. Allied encounter. 16. Nope. Almost got what would have been needed for a German encounter back there, but it's like horseshoes and hand grenades. All right, that brings us to the next turn. We're going to draw another duration card. I really ought to just try and leave these out here. 2 again. Man, we're back to the 2s. No weather and stuff because it's clear area of movement. I'm going to just keep moving at this point. And actually, I think I'm going to... that's Archie, and we're up above that already. Yes, we're up to level 6 already. Archie is 4 or lower. And we're actually up a little higher than that because we would have gained another altitude already. And I forget how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to try it. That's where we're going to wind up just because we're out looking for trouble. And altitude climb of 2. 13,250. And over this, we're rolling our normal encounters, plus we are rolling 1 extra of each because it's over a city. So we're going to roll 2 encounter rolls for each. Start with the Germans. We're over a city. Anything less than 8. That's a 13 no and a 8. Barely missed. 7 would have been in a German encounter. Allied, city, anything over 11, not including 11. A 4, no, and a 9, no. So no encounters. And I did forget to do that again. Oh, you know what? We encountered a scout back there too. I didn't do anything with it, but that's an extra turn. Next turn, reshuffle the deck. 5. Duration of 5. Do I want to continue to go up? Yeah, I'm still going to go up a little bit more, but I'm going to go up as we are progressing. I'll turn that trail back on, and I'm going to take my time here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets 16,750. We are over trenches. Actually, we're over no man's land. I don't want I'm thinking trenches. Maybe I'm just not thinking. Anything less than 7, we're only rolling once this time. That is an 11, that's nothing. And allied is anything over 13, not including 13, and that is a 9, nothing, no encounters. And I keep forgetting that turn marker. I know I'm not the only one. I've seen others do it too, but it doesn't make it right. It's very important where that turn marker is. I can't. What do I have recon out here for? That may still be left over from... No, I know what that was. That was still left over from our last encounter. Oh, goodness gracious. 6 duration. Let's move that turn before we forget. How about it? And I think I'm just going to stay right there, altitude-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4. I already had a 1 on there, and I shouldn't have. I think I clicked that earlier. 5 and 6, and we're going to roll our encounters there. No man's land. Germans, anything 7 and under. No. Allied, anything 14 and over. 13, no. Going to draw another card. 9 duration. Move another step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Working on halfway through our patrol now. 2 more are mandatory patrol. I won't take these guys back without an encounter because I want to find out who they are in combat. Over trenches again, or no man land again. 7 and less for Germans. Nope. Wow. And 14 or more for the Allied. 12. Nope. And we got 8. And we're going to roll for weather. Let's roll for that weather right now. Actually, it's part of the SOP. It is right now. Lost my dice. There we go. Thank you very much. I'm going to clear that up. And we'll just put 1 down here. Re-roll him. 6 is a do not shift. Second one is a 7. Do not shift. Now we can go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. and we will roll for our encounters. 7 or less Germans, nada. 14 or more Allied, 14. Scouts, again, I'm just going to roll that d6. 4. They will not be joining us, so we will just roll on. I think there's more to that. I'm probably being a little cavalier on it, but for the sake of keeping the video short, I think they move around a little bit or something, but for the sake of keeping the videos kind of condensed, that's the way I'll play it for now. And anybody takes exception to it, you can let me know about it. I take shots with both barrels. Next turn. Duration of 4 this time. Oh, that was another encounter too. We got to move that up to 12. So weather, nothing. So we're going to 1, 2, 3. We're going to go over the city. 4. It's not really out of our patrol zone, so we're going to do that just because we are trying to look for trouble, and we've just about completed our obligation. So now it's time to start getting a little aggressive. Lost my dice tray again. Alright, so we're going to be rolling twice for German encounters. We're over the city, so we're looking at 7 and less. That's a 10 and an 8. Allied encounters, we're looking at anything 12 and above. An 11. And an 11. Ah, Lord. We were 1 pip off for an encounter in each direction, so that's okay. That's what it is. Next turn. 4 duration. Move the turn. We're going to complete our obligation. 1. 2. I'm going to roll for an encounter each here. German, and that's a city, correct? White, black. No, that's just I can't remember. That's what I got the cheat sheet for. Red, black, and white. I know because of the symbols in there, I roll for an extra encounter. German Archie and ground fire. It's just a heavy area because of the location. So that was 1, 2 out of 4, and we're rolling just 1 encounter each because we're passing through. German, that says German trenches. God, come on, Greg, you just looked it up. German trenches, yes. So German trenches, we've got a 7 or less. That is not going to cut it. Allied, we've got a 14 or more. 13. 13. Really don't care about the Allied encounters other than the fact that, we may get the escort one of them or something. So we got 2 more yet. And we're in a daring mood, so I'm going to go over here and over to there. And then we're going to roll our end of, which will be 2 encounters each again. And that's over. This is a city. Blue over blue is a city. I'm sure of it. Yeah, city and town. Just got to make sure, because I don't want to take anything for granted. I can forget with the best of them. 2 rolls for 7 or less. No and no. Allied encounters, 2 rolls for 12 or more. No, and we got a 12, which is more scouts. And I'm going to roll one die to see if we get a 6. Nope. If that's too cavalier for you, I'm sorry, but that's just the way we're going to do it right now. We're going to look for trouble a little bit longer, I believe. We really got to find out who these guys are, so we really need an encounter. Draw turn duration, reshuffle. 7. Move the turn. One, 2, 3, 4. Roll for a German encounter. That's German. That's a city because it's blue, black, blue. So we're going to just roll for a German encounter here over a city, which is 7 or less. I should know that before. Scouts and photo recon. Now we can play this one right, Chris. I failed to, and that's going to be an encounter too. I failed to, I for some reason blocked them together with bombers and didn't think they needed to lose altitude, and they do. So, pause just a second. I got to take care of this. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry about that. That sidetracked. Get back in business here. Let's see. Scouts and photo recon. So we got to grab down counters. This is what we're looking for. So after this, we can head home. We are not in bad shape in the squadron, so we're not trying to avoid trouble. We're trying to find out all what our traits and vices are, and the only way to do that is to get guys in combat, find out exactly what you're working with. So let's do the scouts first. America up here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll re-roll a 6. Re-roll 5. All right, so the scouts are going to go right here, and we are not worried about sun angles right now, just dawn and evening. I think evening's the reverse of dawn, if I'm not mistaken. And let's roll for his height where we're at it, or altitude, height, whatever, Greg. Scouts, going to be medium. And the recon. Last time we got Rocky. Saturday morning cartoons on Sunday morning war game videos, guys. You gotta love it. Where else can you get this? 3. 1, 2, 3. That'll be this guy right here. And his altitude is recon 1, low. Wow. So he's already set up on low. Now I've got to get out my SOP to make sure I'm doing this correctly. I'll get a little cavalier on the strategy loop because I've done that a few times now, but the encounters, not so much. Encounter B, we placed them. Roll for initiative. Initiative is in supplemental rules. We do not do sun. Yes, there's the evening patrol. See, it's right there in front of me. How I still just, I guess what I did was I was concentrating so much on remembering stuff I forgot I was no longer in the dawn patrol. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So we're just rolling a straight up D6 and hoping for our high number here, because we want initiative. We don't want to get jumped by the German scouts. 1, 2, 3, 5. We have the initiative. Thank goodness. That means that we have the recon, and this is what we're out here for today. So we will jump them. So we're going to come over here and grab all of our planes. And we're going to send them all to the tactical map. We're going to start unmasking the perfectionist. This is my card draws. For the traits, I'm getting all the 1s. For the vices, I'm getting all the 2s. And this is just the way I draw cards and roll die. It's frustrating sometimes. Never crashes on takeoff or suffers any problems when landing, even when damaged. For example, when landing on a DR of 2, crashes out on landing. If his airplane is the one that is rolled randomly, the result is changed to successful landing. I'll take that as a 1, though. That's a pretty darn good card. I think that's a good one. Oh! The card gods heard me. Chinook Charlie descends like an avenging angel upon the enemy. When he makes a diving attack, in addition to the standard +1 attack die, he gets his own added +3 attack bonus dice bonus. Wow. Which applies to any diving attack conducted in any dogfight round. That's a really good card. I like that one. Now comes the fun. Vice cards. This is what I really like about this game. It does give personality to the pilots, and you have to work around this. And I've got one of them in particular I'm just not quite sure how to deal with yet. Oh, good Lord, a 3. I don't even want to read this. This is my card drawing. I just said it. It's the way it is. On D6 on takeoff, 1 to 2 drunk, 3 to 6 flies normally. If drunk, the pilot cannot fly to patrol. If not drunk, roll again on the first encounter with EA during the patrol, as he may bring along. Oh, goodness gracious. As he may bring along alcohol. If drunk, he suffers a -3 attack dice penalty throughout the patrol. Grabbing the Mickey. Somebody's going on leave here pretty soon to England, because I don't want that hanging over my head the whole time. But, and I do have to roll that right now too. So he's going to. That's all his dice. Boy, goodness gracious, that's a tough one. Let's roll. 3 to 6 is what we want, and he flies normally, so we're good for this mission. A third of the time he's going to be drunk when taking off, and then another third of the time he gets drunk during the flight. That's harsh. Where's his lucky toque? Toque. I forget what it is. I live right next to Canada. Not right next to him, but you know. Come on. Actually, my son does. He's up there in Bemidji. Double the number of successful attacks he rolls in every dogfight round. For example, if he rolls 3 attack dice and gets a 1-6-6, he scores 1 successful defend and 4 successful attacks rather than the usual. Ooh, well, that is a 3, so I'm liking that one too. But my dice rolls come into question again. And how bad is it? Another 3. Oh my goodness. Gone loony. Whenever he sees any Allied airplane get shot down or out of control, he falls into deep sadness and cannot fire his machine guns anymore. Ignore all successful attacks for the remainder of the dogfight patrol and rest of the game day. That's harsh, but it only takes effect after the first shot down or out of control. So that could be a lot worse. And we can get rid of that card if we send him on leave. Something to remember. That could be worse. I'll be optimistic about that one. Here's a 2. Gentle Touch has a good hand on the control stick and ensures that it can squeeze extra performance. This is I've had this one in one of my test runs. He can successfully overdive. He's automatically successful in his rolls, so he never endangered the site. Something I'll probably never really use because I don't plan on overdiving, but there may be an emergency. So finally, a 1. Top cover Charlie. When his formation has initiative and dives to attack, that's going to come into play right now. He will instead remain at the same altitude level for the current dogfight round and for an additional D3 dogfight rounds, even if alone at that altitude level. If alone in dogfight, he will attempt to break off. Wow, that's harsher than a 1. Wow. All right. Not much we can do about it. Marcus down here. 3. Good Lord, are you killing me here? Eating the Putin. Poutine, not Putin. He's in Russia. As a response to combat stress, he overeats and rapidly gains weight. He feels constantly sick to his stomach when flying. He only scores successful attacks on die rolls as 6, no matter which airplane type he flies. He can only fly 1 patrol per game day. I can get rid of that card too. That was not a good over. Look at that. That's seven bad points and oh no 10 and only 8 good points. Oh boy, Lord! I bet you if you add up all of my good ones compared to my bad ones, I'm in really bad shape. Such is life. All right, so let's get the photo recon guys. We moved to their hex. Let's get the photo recon guys set up on the tactical map and find out who we're facing. I really like that, Chris. Thank you for the idea. My guys are already in here. We're at altitude level. At least I didn't go all the way up to high this time. 8. May still stand a chance at diving down on them guys. All right, let's see here. Let's find our charts. Tactical setup for Germans. This is Recon D36, so we can clean up. 24 is going to be 1 Roland C2 at low altitude. Do we have to go? Is he Wellfish? I'm not sure because I know this isn't a special event. Get the white one. I don't know if that's eligible to be just drawn any time or not. Let me see if I can find it in the rules. Let me pause this while I try to find this out. I put it in randomly, but I think there's only 2 of them. And I'm not sure if that's just the special mission that you use that in or if he's available all the time. Let me pause this. You don't need to stop. See the top of my bald head. I'm not sure whether we can encounter him or not as a regular encounter because he shows up later in specials where you have to hunt for him. Which means he may not be in the area. I'm going to not put him in there. I'm going to take him out of the mix right now. The same probably for the Fat General. and put him off to the side if I join him until I'll add him to this stack if we begin to hit that period, just to be sure. And we'll put this guy out there. If I'm wrong on that, you can let me know. But if we shoot him down, he's a named ace. You'll never be able to encounter him again. And that may affect some point availability in special missions. So I don't know. I don't think it will because you still get the named ace credit for him if you shoot him down. Send a tactical map. At low altitude. And this is a we're having all kinds of difficulty. Rolling C2, observation. Nope, we're an allied. Get the Germans. C2 comes in at D3, so we'll just roll one D6. Actually, we can re-roll that white one right there. That's going to be a 1. Wow, 1. Boy, he is observing real low, isn't he? He is way down there. We can only dive 4. What's the attack range? I'm going to pause again. Yeah, that's what I thought. Their attacks can only happen on the same one, so he just might get away from us. Overspeed dive, A8. I really don't think I want to try the overspeed dive, but I may have that one guy take a risk at it because he won't fail it. A18. Might be worth getting that free first shot with him. Yeah, the whole formation's got to try it if I do it. Five altitude, still not going to get me down there. He's going to get a chance to get out of here, and I'm not going to risk my plane. So we're going to play it out the way I see it. And let's see what happens. We are definitely engaged. We've been there. Placed the bands. I also got to place his facing. Lost my dice again. He is facing left. All right. Okay, select place formations, withdraw from dogfights. I gotta check that out. I'm doing a lot of checking out here to make sure. I'll be right back. No, I'm not gonna withdraw. I'm gonna even if he gets away, I'm going to hang around and wait for them fighters to come in and see what we have to tangle with there. We will not get the initiative with it, but I think I'm willing to take that chance. Just to see what these guys got. We've got some really good pilots here. Not really good, but 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hit dice between all of us. So I think we've stand a relatively good chance of getting somewhere. And if we go back now, we only get 2 points, but we are safe. I'm not going to withdraw. We'll play this through and see if we get out of here before the fighters, fine. If not, the scouts, then we'll. Positioning, determination, done that. Movement, climb, and dive. My guys are going to dive. Even if we attack him, we're only going to get one run at it because there's the altitude loss. Actually, I don't even think I want to dive. I just want to let him. I'm going to let him get away, and we're just going to hang out here until the third round and let the fighters join us. Because if I attack him and he's recon and we lose one altitude level, the only altitude level to go back to is 0. And I'm not risking crash landing my guys. So this guy, I'm going to allow him to withdraw. Or break away. Because we're not going to get down to him. And he's going to break away because we can't engage him. And, do I want to hang around? I guess I could hang around until the fighters get here in round 3. Other formations join. Yeah, I don't know if I do that wrong. You can let me know about it, but he's going to get away because I'm not going to go that close to the ground to try to get him, and he would roll a he's going to have 2 chances to roll to get away from us, and I'm just going to let him get away and not go down that low because by then it'll be close to round 3. And we know there's fighters out there, and I do not want to get caught with fighters down here around level 2. So we will not even pursue him. We're just going to hang out at level 8 and wait for the fighters to come in. So that's my common sense way of thinking this through. If it's not right, then you can fire me. So we're going to bring the fighters in then and let that guy get away. That's also 3... That's also 3 rounds that were in there. 1, 2, 3. Get the dice out of the way. I already hit round 3 over there. And we followed him a little bit, but that's right there. And then these guys are going to join us on round 3. And I'm doing that all as we progress so I don't forget things. 'Cause I'm liable to forget to do all this at the end. So now let's see what those scouts were. And they were coming in at medium. And let me get rid of the recon guy because we let him slip away back to his lines. Scouts. German, D36, 24, 5 Albatross D3. I may reconsider it. Too late to do that now. My tangling because these are D3s. Drawing them out. Yeah, we got one ace already. A 7-digit one. Oh goodness gracious. Yep, about that. All of a sudden, it doesn't look so good. And they're at medium. Well, that was my choice to stick around. I didn't have to do that. Altitude level. Scouts, D3s. Medium, D4 plus 3. That's going to be altitude level 6. They are coming in at a disadvantage, though. And we're going to have them coming in like that. All right, so they have joined us in round 3. Dogfight ends. No. Positioning, determination. We get to figure out what we're doing first because we're higher. We're going to be diving, which is going to help us a little bit, a lot with that one guy. And they're going to be climbing. Oops. And I'll have us meet in between. And this is actually round 4 too. And before I forget, let's roll for weather effects. Come on. Alright, let's roll for weather. D6. 6. Do not shift. 2d6. 5. Do not shift. Alright, back to the dogfight. Movement, climb, dive. I just did that. No, I did not do that. Over to here. And the die is signifying where we are. And I'm going to spread these guys out. There's a little bit of drag on this map because of all the automation and stuff we have. And they, I guess that is what it is. Cliche, I know. I'm going to spread these guys out. So they're easy to track. All right. They will lose 1. So one of these guys is not going to be able to attack. I'm just going to pull him out of the way because he's not going to be able to attack because of their climbing attack. Our guys, first off, check for gun jams before we get too far. 2d6. Nada. Don't get too cavalier on that. We're at range 7. I think we're good for no gun jams, but -1, 6. Yeah, no gun jams. Conduct attacks. Let's roll. You know what? Let's roll our dice first. Start with G. G is George, I believe. Get my notes out here so I can verify all that. Yes, George gets 3. And then when he's making a diving attack, in addition to the standard 1 attack die bonus, he gets his own +3 attack die bonus. So he is 3, 6. So G gets 6 dice to roll for the first attack. Or any diving attack, actually. Oh boy, he did not do very good at all. He got one attack. I'll take the defense die though. They're not bad. That's 4 of them. All right, he's done. We go to X. X is Douglas. Douglas has gentle touch. But that's for overspeed dice. He has two attack dice. 2 defensive dice. Here we are again rolling a lot of defensive dice, which is good because we will not get shot down, but it's not going to do us much good shooting them down. J. Johnston, our flight leader, he gets the extra 1 for the diving attack. So that's 5, 6. He's 4 + 1, so that's 6 dice for him as well. I need a really good roll. And I did not get it. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive dice again. I should have stayed out of this when these guys are not in a aggressive mode today. Marcus in M. He just gets 1 attack die. 4. Nothing. Wow. Man, I have not gotten but one attack die out of all these hit dice. L. Law. He gets 2 attack dice. Any successful attacks he rolls, he gets times 2. So he really needs 2. He gets 1. That's two attack dice. So I'll take it. It's better than nothing, but I'm pretty sure their defensive die are gonna wipe all those out. All right, V or B5. Yeah, their very first one. And actually, you know what? I forgot to roll for the Mickey. Reroll. 3, he flies normally, so he doesn't lose anything. That would have hurt us. Top covered Charlie. Douglas should have never joined us. Oh, when our formation has initiative, we lost that initiative, so we are alone, or we're good. Eating a poutine. He can only hit. Marcus can only hit on. That's M. He got no hits anyway. Okay, so this guy's got a hit die, of course. 3. Nothing. One can't. Carl Emil Schaefer, 7 dice. Out. He gets 5. That's 2 attack and no defense. And Voss gets 8. 3 attack, 2 defense. That's a die roll, guys. All right, so we have 6, 10. Jesus, 10 defensive dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to wipe out all their offensive dice. We have 1, 2, 3 attack hits. They have 2. So we actually are going to get 1 hit through. Let's just roll 1 die to see whose hit is going to be good. Is it going to be a G? That'll be odds, or L will be evens. And L it is. L's going to get that 1 attack. And we're going to put the D20 down here and roll it. And that's going to be on plane number 1. And that's going to be a 5. Damage versus scouts. Landing gear damage, of course. Landing gear damage really does not mean anything to us. Actually, I want to do that on 2 because landing gear damage, not shot away. There we go. Well, that was an unsuccessful first round. Successful in the fact that we didn't get shot down. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining too much. But I am complaining. That's a horrible, horrible set of rolls. My SOP, I lost it. Check for collisions. That's 3d6. Nope. And I put that in there again, Chris. The check for collisions. I forgot to put it in on the updated artwork. It's in there now. Breaking off. I don't want to break off yet. I still think we might be able to do something. Clear the attack dice. Dogfight scatters. This is round 3. I do have to roll for that. Maybe nobody has the heart for it anymore. Even though the first few rounds we're waiting for these guys to close. No. just a straight up D6, looking for a anything but a 1, because I'd actually like to stay in the dogfight for a little bit, just to try and get some action here. Oh, goodness gracious. Dogfight scatters. End of the dogfight. Well, at least we found out who our guys were. And it did return all them. So all my little fixes are working. Alright, and that was dogfight round 4, which I'd already accounted for. These scouts are now gone. We go back to the turn. So we're going to have to draw a duration. Get rid of this. I don't need that now. I think that's probably a good time to turn around and head back home. So we're going to do a 9 duration. We're going to move the turn to 21. And we're going to pick our way home. And we're going to go around things this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to start diving here in 9. So I'm going to go dive twice. Down to 14,250. And Allied encounters and German encounters over Allied territory. You start getting into the groove of this. It doesn't mean I'm not doing something wrong. You can also develop bad habits playing. So, but it goes quicker. So my videos should be getting shorter and shorter. Allied territory less than 4 for Germans. Nope. And greater than 16 for the Allies. Nope. All right, and we will go to the next turn. Turn duration 3. I gotta see if I'm in contour chasing range yet or not. 1, 2, 3. We'll move to there, and we're going to drop 3. That'll get us down to 10-5. Turn to there. Roll for encounters. German, less than 4. Or 4 or less. Allied, 16 or more. Nope. Turn duration. And this is all going to be dive. 5. Because we are setting ourselves up for a contour chasing in the last. Was 5, right? Yeah. 4250. Not quite there yet. Encounters. 4 or less. No. 14 or 16 or more. No. All right. Remove. Roll. Draw. 4. We're just going to dive 4. Actually, I only need to dive 3 so we can actually start moving in. That's going to take us down to 500. And we're going to move 1. Now we're in range to start doing our contour chasing. So we're going to move into the aerodrome. We'll take 2 rolls for Allied and 1 roll for German. And I did move the turn, right? I think I did, but we'll move it to make sure. German, We're looking at Allied territory, 4 or less. Nope. And no, there's only one. And that's first Allied. 6, none. And 10, none. All right. And this last one, 2, we will actually get us home. And we will need to do the exact same draw on that. Four or less, no, and 16 or more. No, we're over airdrome. Still the same. And then 17 or more for the Allied. Nope, and nope. Okay, now we're going to land. Grabbing the Mickey. None of those are going to work. And none of those are going to hurt. So, all right. We'll go ahead and land her then. None of them guys have it. Clean up, 2d6, 3. Good Lord Almighty, I roll horrible. Skids off runway, affects one random airplane, roll 12 on damage. D12 on damage table. It wasn't for bad luck. I would have no luck at all. We need to roll a d6 and I'll re-roll a 6. And we're just going to, it's going to be our flight leader. Damage tables. D12. Damage versus scouts. I don't think I have a D12 in here, so we will go. Oh, D12. I'm just going to roll it on the RNA. There's just so many dice anymore. I added this extra little caveat in there for ease of instances, like wind strut damage, -1 attack dice, ignore one successful defense per attack. Well, that's not going to matter too much, except that plane number J will become unavailable. And we will send him off. And actually, I should have had these two guys unavailable all day. And I'll send him off to one of the maintenance hangars. Alright, these guys can go to here, and I'll have to have a good look at them later because I want to make sure that anybody I'm going to have set for dawn patrols does not get left out overnight. Alright, that patrol, we didn't shoot anything down, so all we did was a successful LP, which is 2 victory points, which is not going to hurt us. We already had a decent enough first week that now we can end the mission. All right, and that gives us 14 for the day so far. So I mean, for the week. So we're off to a good start regarding that. But now I'm going to. That's an hour. I'm going to stop this right here. I'll do the day end stuff off camera. I got to get ready for church. So, yeah, we go straight from World War I aerial combat to trying to enrich ourselves a little bit. Thanks for joining me, guys. We will see you next time. This is Black Flight from Historic Wings, designed by Thomas Van Hare And I will see you guys for I'll probably come back for the Dawn Patrol of Saturday and hopefully get that in today because I'm really enjoying this game. See you guys then. Have a great day, great evening.